mind there, that is called as abidance, nishtha, then everything is revealed. Not only about the self-revealed, things are revealed. About the prapancham also, the prapancha yakam also, everything is revealed. Then do you mean to say that prapancham is there? Prapancha vidhigallam irukka? In a relative frame it is. But in the Paramarthikam there is nothing. But this jnani, he not only knows the truth, the Paramartha, and also he can see through very clearly everything. That is why it is called a Sarvajna. Yoga Swami says, நீ ஒன்றையுமே அறிய வேண்டாம், எதையெல்லாம் நீ அறியணுமோ அவன் அறிவுறுத்துவான் உள்ளே இருந்து. You need not know anything. Whatever you need to know, he will instruct from within. If you just listen to him, if you have the humility, patience to give an ear to him, he will instruct you everything from within. You need not go anywhere. நாளைக்கு கிளாஸுக்கு வந்துருங்க. அவன் சொல்றா you need not go anywhere. He is there within. He will instruct. ஆண்டவன் சொல்றான், அருணாச்சலன் செய்றான். Yes, that is true. He is instructing from within, moment to every moment. And you have to do that only. Finished. But we have to be listening to him patiently. But we don't listen to anybody. Thantondri. Thantondri means what? I will not listen to anybody. 19th. That is the most beautiful one.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayi sarvam pratishtitam.
Mayi sarvam pratishtitam.
Mayi sarvam layam yati.
Mayi sarvam layam yati.
Tat brahmadvayam asmyaham.
Tat brahmadvayam asmyaham.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayi sarvam pratishtitam.
Mayi sarvam pratishtitam.
Mayi sarvam layam yati.
Mayi sarvam layam yati.
Tad brahmadvayam asmyaham.
Tad brahmadvayam asmyaham.
சித்திரமாமிகுதெல்லாம் செம்மலையே நின்பாலே உத்திதமாய் நின்றே ஒடுங்கிடுமால் நித்தியமும் நான் என்றிதயம் நடித்திடுவையால் உன் பேர் தானிதயம் என்றிடுவர்தான். எங்கேயோ கேட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கா? Last time we took this here only.
Yes.
சித்திரமாமிகுதெல்லாம் செம்மலையே நின்பாலே உத்திதமாய் நின்றே ஒடுங்கிடுமால். Bhagavan says, O Semmalaye, O Arunachala, O the holy hill Arunachala, everything arises in you. See, listen carefully. He says, everything arises in you. Chittiramamigudallam. Chittira means what? It's like a picture. Vichitram. Nanavidamana totrangal. Everything is arising in you. And everything is contained in you. Remaining in you, and everything is dissolved in you. சித்திரமாமிகுதெல்லாம் செம்மலையே நின் பாலே உத்திதமாய் நின்றே ஒடுங்கிடுமால் நித்தியமும் நான் என்று இதயம் நடித்திடுவேன். But who are you? You are my own self. நித்தியமும் நான் என்று இதயம் நடித்திடுவையால் உன் பேர் தான் இதயம் என்றிடுவர்தான் சொல்ற. That's why you are called as heart. That is a different story. But what here? He says everything arises in you. He talks to Arunachala. And you are dancing in my heart ever, as my heart. Meaning what? In Atma the self, everything arises, everything dances, everything dissolves. And apart from the self, Atma the self, there is nothing. Mayyeva sakalam jatam. May means what? In me. alone, sakalam jatam, all this arises. Jatam is born. Oh, in that height of contemplation, this Mahatma is just giving out this mantra. Mayyeva sakalam jatam. From me alone, everything arises. Mayi sarvam pratishtitam. In me alone, everything is pratishtitam. Everything is rooted. Mayi sarvam layam. Everything goes back into me only. Layam yati. Tad Brahma advayam. That Brahma, that supreme truth, advayam, non-dual, asmi, aham, is me. So, what we studied in Upadesa Saram also, for some reason, the self identifies with the body mind. And then it asserts as I. That is called as the aham vritti, or the I thought, or ego thought. That's what we saw. And with that comes all the other wonderful things. Idam vrittis. And all the other thoughts are dependent on this aham vritti. Na? That's what we saw. Na? Aham vritti mashritaha. All the thoughts are dependent on this aham vritti. Meaning, actually speaking, you cannot say from the self everything arises also, technically speaking. Because in the self there is nothing can arise, nothing can subside. Technically speaking, the highest standpoint. But from this standpoint of ignorance, we see everything, we feel, and we think, and we enjoy. Then it is said, okay. For some reason, the unholy wedding of Chit Jada, Gurudev says, the unholy wedding of the inert and sentient, he says, that is the Chit Jada Granthi in the heart. Because of that, we see all these things. And how it is explained? See how it is explained, that is all. It is explained like, for some reason, idayilidu, nadula, in between there is a notion of I. The body by itself cannot claim I. And the Satchitananda cannot rise or cannot set. In between there is something which asserts itself as I, and it is rising. Idayilidu. Sada udal na nennadu satchittu udiyadu udalalavam udikkum idayilidu. In between something arises as I. So that I, from there comes all the other Nana Vidamana Vishayangal. This is not fascinating. We feel all these things are there. And then we are born here. And then we live here. We enjoy everything. One day we have to go. This is what we are thinking. But Bhagavan, taking the three states of consciousness, he explains in the deep sleep state, since there is no I, there are no other thoughts, there are no other things. But in the dream and waking state, I am there, everything comes. Therefore, the mind alone is everything. Or everything is thought alone. Or Ahankara alone is expressing as this world. So, only with the body identification comes the world. There is no body identification, there is nothing called as world. Other than you, apart from you, different from you. So therefore, in the height of meditation, this Mahatma says, Mayyeva sakalam jhatam. From me alone, everything arises. Mayi sarvam pratishtitam. Everything is rooted in me. And Mayi sarvam layam yati. Everything goes back to me only. That is real pralaya. Parantakale. We studied Parantakale, Antakale. Antakale means this is Antakalam. everything goes back and there is nothing remains. Meaning in the destruction of ego, everything is destroyed. Antakala. Ada ummiyana antakala. Paramrutat parimuchanti sarve. So that he is liberated. So Mayi Sarvam Layam Tad Brahma Advayam Asmi Aham. That non-dual Brahman is my real self, Aham. So please mark this and please memorize this in the seat of meditation. This is most wonderful. Once again we will chant. Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayi sarvam pratishtitam.
Mayi sarvam pratishtitam.
Mayi sarvam layam yati.
Mayi sarvam layam yati.
Tad Brahma Dvayam Asmyaham.
Tad Brahma Dvayam Asmyaham.
See, I am in love with this Upanishad because it's so straight. No beating around the bush. See, you have watched all these mantras, very straight. Even about this analysis of these three states of consciousness, it's so beautiful. Meaning, just one line, and everything is said. And about the truth also, in all possible ways, it is indicated. And so for contemplation, this is the most auspicious one. See, Atyashramis, meaning the sannyasis, those days it seems, every day they chant this Kaivalyopanishad, it seems. So it is better to by heart and chant every day, at least once, realizing the meaning of each mantra. That is contemplation. That really helps. So therefore, this is the most direct thing. And it is very, very, very close to Bhagavan's approach of Atma Vichara. That is why this is very dear to us. And this very much complements Bhagavan's Atma Vichara Marga.
Anuraniyan
Ahameva tadvat. Anuraniyan ahameva tadvat. Mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram.
Mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram.
Puratanoham purushohamishah.
Puratanoham purushohamishah.
Hiranmayoham
Shivarupamasmi.
Hiranmayoham Shivarupamasmi.
Anuraniyanahmeva tadvat.
Anuraniyanahmeva
tadvat.
Mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram.
Mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram.
Puratanoham
purushohamishah.
Puratanoham purushohamishah.
Hiranmayoham Shivarupamasmi.
Hiranmayoham Shivarupamasmi.
Anoraniyan ahameva aham. அணுவிற்கும் அணுவாக நான் இருக்கின்றேன். I am smaller than the smallest. Anu means atom, we say, no? Those days, it was considered as the basic building block of any material. And now only they say, no, that can also be sort of divided into protons, electrons, neutrons. And then subatomic particles, all those stuff they talk about. But here, Anu means the smaller, the smallest. So he says, Anoraniyan, I am smaller than the smallest. Subtler than the subtlest. Ahameva tadvat mahanaham. At the same time, I am bigger than the biggest. Mahanaham. What is this, Swami? Either it can be smaller than the smallest, or it can be the bigger than the biggest. At the same time, how can a thing may be smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest? How it is possible? Meaning, this is a language of contradiction used in our scriptures to drive through the point that all these estimates of small, big, long, short, everything is only the estimate of the buddhi, the intellect. And this is that which is illumining all these ideas and concepts and beyond. Meaning, when you think about something very small, already the consciousness is there illumining it. Without that, you will not know it. When you imagine something bigger than the biggest, like the prapancham, the universe, the consciousness is there illumining that. Without that, it is not illumined, it is not known. But this by itself is not that smaller than the smallest or bigger than the biggest, it is beyond. Because this is the light in which the smaller than the smallest or bigger than the biggest, these ideas are all illumined. But by itself, it is none of these two, it is beyond. But it can be said as smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. Vishwamaham Vichitram, and I am this Vishwam, this universe, Vichitram, all the wonderful scenes or wonderful things available in this Vishwam, I am. Meaning what? Everything is me and me alone. That is Vishwarupa Darshanam. Krishna shows everything in him. And not only that, he says, whatever you want to imagine also you can imagine in this. Go. It is the substratum of everything. Whatever is available, whatever you can imagine, and whatever is going to come. So therefore, Vishwamaham Vichitram. I am that subtler than the subtlest, smaller than the smallest, at the same time bigger than the biggest, beyond. And I am everything. Puratanoham. I am the most ancient. Why? Because the time itself is born only in this. So ancient and Palasana time we are referring to the time. But this time itself is a grandson of this Paramatma. As if. So it is most ancient. In him there is no time. Therefore he is not hurrying up. He is relaxed always. Joking. So Puratanoham, Purushoham Ishaha. Purushahaham means what? Something is called as Prakriti, the nature, in which everything is contained. And I am that illuminator, or I am the Purusha, who is presiding over this Prakriti and who is wielding the power. I am the Purushaham. Ishaha, I am the controller of everything. Ishaha, because I remain as Antaryami in everything, and also everything happens because of my presence. Therefore, I am the supreme controller. Hiranmayoham. Hiranyamna tangamna or artham. Hiranmayoham. Oh, our kuda ponnana or Hiranmayoham. I am self-effulgent. That is the right meaning. Arunachalatla Arunangra Vardi kuda adam meaning solram. Effulgence. Achala means which is not changing. Bhagavan no meaning kudukurar. Runam means bondage or karma vinay, bandham. Arunam means there is no bondage, there is no karma vinay. Arunam, he says. So Hiranmayoham Shivarupamasmi. I am that auspicious principle. So these are all the mantras for contemplation. This is the most beautiful mantra. See? Anoraniyan ahameva tadvat mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram Puratanoham Purushohamishah Hiranmayoham Shivarupamasmi. So I am the subtler than the subtlest, bigger than the biggest. And the whole universe is me, my own form only. Puratanoham, I am the most ancient. At the same time, I am Navanavam. I am the very modern, means new. Why Navanavam? Because he is not decaying, he is not dying, he is ever the same. Navanavam. It is called, in scriptures it is said, though he is ancient, he is very new, very modern. Nowadays people seek for brides, no? For their children. They seek a girl. She should be very cultured, she should be very homely. At the same time, she should be very sociable. She should be able to talk English, go in the parties and mingle with everybody. But she should be very, very timid in the house, listen to me, and only காலை பிடிச்சு விட்டுட்டு நல்லா அடங்கி இருக்கும். இது உலகத்து பிரம்மாஜி தனியா ஆர்டர் பண்ணி கிரியேட் பண்ணு. See our expectations. She should be this also, she should be that also, and everything எல்லாம் செஞ்சுட்டு என் காலிலே விழுந்து கிடக்கும். Then she is a good மாட்டு பொண்ணு. அங்க கூட அவளை மாட்டு பொண்ணுன்னு சொல்றோம். மாடு மாதிரி உழைக்கணும் கிடையாது. மாற்று பெண்ணா அது இருக்கட்டும். பட் in விவகாரிக்க language மாட்டு பொண்ணு. So like that we expect, but all the expectations are met in the Brahma Paramatma. He is most ancient, very cultured, and very modern also. Meaning, he is everything and beyond. Puratanoham, Purushoham, Ishaha. Ishaha means he is the control of everything. Hiranmayoham, he is effulgent, self-effulgent. Shivarupamasmi, and he is that Shivarupam. So we have seen 4-5 verses today, and this has to be contemplated again and again. You know, there is no point in just reading and understanding or listening. It has to be contemplated. And I tell you, these mantras, when you just contemplate on it, your mind is just elevated to a different realm. From the mundane, it is just lifted up. That is the glory of these mantras. So the traditional Vedanta approach is this. That is what Gurudev has been telling again and again all through his lectures. Contemplation means what? You take up a mantra, you dwell on that meaning, the mind is elevated. Bhava balattinal bhavanatita sadbhavatirtale undipara. So with the help of the thoughts or these pointers pointed out in the scriptures, you lift yourself up, and then in that everything is dropped and that is realized. See, this may appear very strange or very weird or very abstract, but this can happen. And it has been happening. Means what? Generation after generation it has been happening. They are very sattvic because they are very fresh and they have done the pranayama and all, so there is no rajas tamas, and they are the peak of their health and their agility, means their in an agile state. And then when they take up this mantra, they are so overwhelmed with this Brahma Tattvam, and they have got great Shraddha and Bhakti. In that atmosphere, if they just chant this and they dwell in it, the mind is lifted and gone. Yad gatva nadivartante. That is how they have been realizing this. But this is for the very advanced seekers who have already purified and who have already given up the worldly things. And they are now serious only about the truth. So for them, just by listening to it, it is done. That is Uttama Adhikaris. For the Mantha Adhikaris only, even the contemplation is given. For Adhama Adhikaris only, Nididhyasanam and other things are given. But for us, Swamiji, Adhama Adhikaris, what should be done? Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Chant the Lord's name. அப்ப என்ன சொல்ல வரீங்க அப்போ? அதம அதிகாரிகள் தான் பக்தர்களா இருக்க முடியுமா? அப்படிலாம் சொல்லல. What I mean to say is, for everybody path is shown. If you can't think properly, it doesn't matter. Chant his name. Take his name. That will lead to the absolute. But in fact, that is the most beautiful path. We cannot underestimate it. We cannot demean it. I tell you. See, sometimes in our mission, people are over enthusiastic. Jnanam, jnanam, study class, jnana yagnam, Upanishad, Gita. But you know what? It becomes only intellectual gymnastics, and they remain only lip Vedantis. But it has to be accompanied with bhakti sadhana. And also the devotion means what? Service to the society and also the dhanam and all. Then it is. That's why Gurudev says, no, the head and the heart should come together, he says. Okay, we will stop here. So tomorrow, Kaivalyopanishad can be completed. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So today evening also we have a satsang at Shankarshan's place. Evening 7:30?
7:30.
7:30. And tomorrow evening at this Yoga Swami's